if you can think forward, like whatever you thought of the porn industry, yeah, I'd love to be able to be one of these beautiful women on a cover. I'd love to be able to get paid to do sex all day or all night or whatever it is. And then suddenly it actually happens. You become one of them. Now, you must have had an idea, yeah, in your mind, half jokingly, it would be great to be able to get paid to have sex all day. Now, that's you thinking in your free mind, and all of a sudden, you're actually being paid to do this. Was there any change in your mind going, well, it's different than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm still getting paid, but I had in my mind, I had an image of what this would be like, and this is not what it was? Or were you thinking, wow, my dreams come true?
I was thinking, wow, my dreams come true. Um, the hardest thing I had to deal with was some people get starstruck. So you see a celebrity, you're like, oh my God, I watch all of your movies, blah, blah, blah. For me, I was working at the porn shop for 4 years before I got into the industry. So I was reviewing tapes of all of these porn stars, and you kind of have this preconceived notion that they're kind of like movie stars in my mind. Like they are a certain way. So I kept getting starstruck by porn people.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I was working at the porn shop for so long. I was seeing their covers. I was watching, their work. So the biggest thing that I had to learn was what everybody learns about celebrities is they are people. Everyone has their hang-ups and are. I had a lot of preconceived notions of how people were in, I guess, their everyday life, which was a little naive of me. But then you meet like a porn person and you see that they are just like you and they have their hang-ups and they have, their good or bad traits.
Yep.
So that was the biggest thing that I had to get over. But other than that, having sex for money and the camera thing and getting glammed up to take all these pictures, and it was kind of like this freedom. I just love the freedom of expression that this industry has given me.
When you first started out, your very first shoot, have performing sex on camera, was there any nervousness to the point of you were afraid you might not be able to perform?
No, nothing
Never.
like that. Mm-mm. Like I once I have something in my mind, I will totally go through with it. The only thing that I was a little concerned about was I kind of got thrown into uh, the set. Like no one really told me that you're supposed to bring your own wardrobe.
No.
No one tells you like the setup or, the terminology that they use. So I didn't realize that you take the sex stills with the guy before you shoot the video, and it's all choreographed, and the director, like, no one told me that. So I
Right.
kind of looked like a deer in headlights when they first started rolling.
No
And
kidding.
then what was that?
No kidding.
Yeah. So, um, that was the hardest part. And it's funny because now that I've been in the industry for 4 years, like I run across newbies, and if they ask me for advice, I basically give them the rundown. Like, d- bring your own wardrobe, you know what I mean? Like, learn how to do your makeup because sometimes makeup's not on set. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't see that are behind the scenes that you need to know before you get on a set that
Wow.
unfortunately my agents didn't tell me.
That could be a very, very scary situation.
It was a little scary, but I mean, I got through it, and you'll be taking pictures and the photographer will tell you to do a jawbreaker, and you're looking at him like, I have no idea what a jawbreaker is. Like, explain to me. And they're kind of looking at you like you're stupid, but there's all this terminology that you have to learn really quick.
So fill us in. What's a jawbreaker?
A jawbreaker is when you're giving a blowjob and you stick his, I can swear on here,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And say,
yeah. Yeah.
is when you stick his dick on the side of your cheek so it like pops out. So it kind
Okay.
of looks like you have a jawbreaker in your cheek.
Well, you see,
That's
I
what,
learned something new today.
yeah. So I
Wow.
didn't know
And now
that.
you know what the comments are going to be now when people hear this show. They're going to be going, "He's interviewing a porn star, and he didn't even know what a jawbreaker was."
Know what a jawbreaker was. So
That's
you don't
funny.
supposed to know that unless you're like behind the scenes on a porn set.
Well, I got filled in on a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I did a really, really interesting, probably just about an hour show, about 6 months ago with Joy King. And she told me some stuff about producing and production in the scenes, and I had no idea. I just kind of sat here with my microphone in awe going, what the hell are you talking about? It was totally shocking. Um, can we I guess, either step back in time a little bit or go ahead in time? And I want to touch base with you on your amazing career in the motocross world.
Um, well, that just started actually. It's probably been a little less than a year, but it's been in the making. I have I had an incredible I had two dads. I had a stepdad and a real dad, and both of them were heavy motocrossers. And I also have two older brothers, and I have a bunch of sisters, but I was kind of like the tomboy. So I learned how to ride a dirt bike when I was 3 years old.
3.
3.
I didn't even know what
My
a bike
dad
was when
got
I was
me.
3.
I have pictures of me covered in mud riding in the mountains with my dad and my brother. So I had a very tomboy upbringing, and I've always been really heavy into motocross. I'm married, and he is a freestyle motocross guy. So
Wow.
he doesn't race or anything. Well, he does race sometimes, but he gets paid to do the crazy stunts in the air where they flip the bike upside down, and it's basically what they do for X Games.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, freestyle motocross. So, I've always been riding. It's kind of my hobby. When I started commuting out here, I discovered that there's awesome spots in California to ride dirt bikes. So I kind of like built this network of friends that were in professional motocross and doing it as hobbies. Um, I have been working on because you can't, like, if you look for girl jerseys, girl motocross pants, there's nothing really feminine out there. Like, girl choices out there are red, pink, and yellow colors. Like, there's
Right.
no design to it. And you look at all the guy motocross wearing, there's all these cool designs to it and colors and just like cool elements to their jerseys. So I signed a deal to design a 10-piece limited edition motocross for women. So it's just going to be jerseys, motocross pants to match. The motocross pants are going to have some elements, like a couple of pockets here and there, just certain feminine aspects to it. It's going to be sexy. It's just going to be like a really hot line because you can't really feel sexy and hot with the stuff that's out there. And I think if you're a woman and you're riding a dirt bike, it's a pretty sexy hobby to have. So,
How many girls or women would you be able to tell us are involved in motocross?
there's quite a few actually, professional ones. Women tend to it's when you ride dirt bikes, it's really hard on your upper body. Like people think, oh, you're just riding a bike, you're sitting back. No, it takes a lot of strength to hold that bike still. So for women to get up to that professional level, there's not many. I think maybe like really good ones, there's like less than 50 in the world. But it is progressing to be like a bigger sport with women nowadays. And now you see women are stepping into the freestyle motocross world, which isn't that old, really. Freestyle motocross is probably like less than 10 years old. People have been doing it for years, but on a professional level. It's recent. It's pretty new when it comes
Now,
to
would your clothing line,
Mhm.
would it be strictly for the girls, women in motocross professionals, or is this for the general public?
It's for the general public. It's for professional. It's for if you go out and it's your hobby on the weekends. It's if you ride motocross, you can totally access this line. Um, I just have so many elements and ideas to it, and I've always really been into design. I took a small little fashion course. I kind of want to go back and like take the whole thing, but right now I'm just small elements of it. I'm really excited about it.
No
My
kidding.
jerseys now are they're pretty plain. So that's when I pitched this idea, and it will be launching winter of this year, so winter 2011, and it's going to be a hot line. I'm pretty excited about it.
Now, will it be launching, basically, shall I call it, United States?
United States, and then we will go global. It probably will be going global like shortly after that. We're going to see how it does in the United States. It is going to be a limited edition. We just want to see how it takes off, and hopefully expanding it to maybe everyday wear for just like kind of sportswear. I'm very casual with my dress, so I'm thinking of after the whole motocross line, maybe I'll just do an everyday line with this company.
Now, anybody, whether it's a guy or a girl, man, woman, anybody getting ready to launch their own product line, um, without lying to oneself, we all have a dream. And we want to believe in ourselves, but at the same time, there's a little bit of room for wild dreams. And it's like, this is going to be it. I'm going to be massive. In your mind, when you're away from all the public and sitting at home and reality hits, is this something that you honestly see is going to be big, like huge?
Yes, especially because if you look at what's out there right now, there's really nothing. So I'm kind of cornering a market right now with
Yep,
this.
yep.
So I'm really excited about it, and I totally believe in it. And my designs, I've showed really good friends that are close to me a couple of my pieces, and they're not even motocross wear. You know, they don't even ride dirt bikes, and they're all really stoked on the design. So I totally believe in this product. Like I say, gotta go big or go home, because
Very
I'm
true. Now, this might be an unfair question to ask you, or it might be considered a very loaded question to ask you. Um, the people that are launching this line of your own personal clothing, is this an Hawaiian company or is this an American company?
It's an American company.
Um, do you plan, or are there plans, or did you want to plan to also have it launched through like a hometown Hawaiian company, a label?
Um, I actually have a label in Hawaii.
Oh,
So, it will eventually make it to Hawaii. I'm not trying to, I have cornered a little bit of a market